Lord Enlil was never happy with this new creation. He talked to Enki and expressed his concern that there were too many chefs and it defeated the purpose with the whole experiment. Besides, the Nephilim had a tendency to stick their nose in everything and were degraded compared to the humans. Ea told his brother to bide his time. This was just the beginning of a test experiment, and if it didn't work, Ea would discontinue it. This was not the only experiment Enki had going, he told the Syrian overlord. Enlil left after giving Ea a long look. Enlil was right, however, although he himself used giants frequently for different kinds of missions, often as a police force or a military force. Lord Enlil was their commander. Get the implications of today's military as well, where we still use the term commander. Ponder the meaning of commander in today's world. These giants were unpredictable. Some of them, who had more Syrian genes than others, were quite aggressive, and eventually went into cannibalism, while others were mellower and began a positive relationship with humans. Again, Ea in all his elitist manner, picked out some of the wisest and most trustworthy of the Nephilim to rule kingdoms in certain parts of the world. The more aggressive ones were recruited by Ea's selected human hybrids, from Huron called the Bloodlines, and used as military leaders and front soldiers in battles. One such giant was the infamous Goliath. The Zadokite documents, also called the Damascus documents, or the Damascus rules, who are supposedly the most interesting of all the Dead Sea Scrolls, tell the story of how the children of the fallen angels fell, as well as their parents, the Watchers, because they walked in the stubbornness of their hearts. The Watchers of heaven fell, they were caught thereby because they kept not the commandments of God. So too their sons, whose height was like the lofty cedars and whose bodies were as mountains. They also fell. The earth must have been a very strange place, indeed, in these days, with all these prototypes walking around on the surface and underground. It seems like Ea and Nin were greatly inspired to experiment after the Pleiadians came, and humans were crossed with animals again, but this time in even more sophisticated ways. One could see human bodies with bull heads, a Pleiadian trait, bird heads, more Pleiadian, and other grotesque abnormalities.